We had several disturbances happening at the same time. We're a bit short-handed.
Hey, man, it's the Alaska thing, man.
Alaskan chaos pushes the limits.
We just got a report that somebody just drove through the front of the building.
And troopers must push back.
Here you go, officer! Here you go! It's no mess, none of your business.
A family feud in the backwoods.
One brother's tearing up the house, punching holes in the wall.
They're now threatening to stab each other.
Turns life-threatening for everyone.
This brother stating that when troopers get there, there'll be a homicide.
Oh my goodness.
When a bloody burglar decides to take a nap.
He came in the kitchen window and had to climb over the kitchen sink.
Okay.
And they tried to...
Troopers provide the wake-up call.
Hey, what's your name?
And a housemate on a rampage
This her husband who's being beaten up by their sushi shop.
gets served raw justice.
We got one trooper on scene. They just radioed that they deployed their taser.
This is Alaska State Troopers.
Hey, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. One B40, same traffic.
10-12 on 911. The caller screaming and yelling on the phone with us. We're having a hard time getting good information.
A night of partying between brothers has turned violent. Now, Trooper Matthew Detterman must break it up and sort it out.
We just got called. Two brothers having a fight. One brother's tearing up the house, punching holes in the wall, and destroying the place apparently. And the other brother's just freaking out on the phone. So we're gonna head over there.
Suddenly, the brothers go from raising Cain to pulling knives.
One thing for you, CIC. I'm gonna need an upgrade. They're now threatening to stab each other.
Now they're threatening to stab each other. That's good. The complaint is not being altogether helpful. He's freaking out on the phone. Won't give the dispatcher his clothing description. He just says he's wearing clothes. He's intoxicated and he's not being very helpful. We take it seriously because you have to, especially because we don't want to get stabbed when we get there. We don't want the other guy stabbed.
For them, only verified that complaint has been completely lost. Police threatened to stab his brother, stating that when troopers get there, there'll be a homicide.
Oh my goodness.
Trooper Detterman races to get there. But in the country's largest state, the action's never just around the corner.
Problem is, it's 20 miles away. Unfortunately, a lot of times we're really far away from things.
And Palmer's single-lane back roads make every mile a struggle.
Just get out of my way, dude. This guy just pulled out in front of me. Come on. Pull over. Pull over. There you go. Kills me, man, when these guys don't pull over. Almost there.
He arrives on scene to a strong sense of deja vu.
I think I know where this is. I contacted these guys like last week. They were very unpleasant.
Up ahead, Trooper Hess already snared one of the feuding brothers.
Back on 40 Mode 17.
I don't know why he started freaking out. I personally don't quite know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. We were completely okay. If I was sitting in the chair watching TV, and he grabbed the TV and just slammed on the ground, then started yelling at me saying, I broke this TV. I don't know why he's flipping out, why he's mad.
So you guys shared one bottle of Everclear?
Yes.
Everclear is one of the most potent liquors you can buy. At 95% alcohol, chugging half a bottle means flirting with alcohol poisoning.
You guys drink the whole thing, or is it still something?
Yes, we had a bottle of Everclear, we had a bottle of vodka there, we had not drank the bottle of vodka there. I don't know why he's mad. I'm just trying to, I don't know.
All right, man. But here's the deal. You're not under arrest. I'm going to put you in the back of my car.
Okay.
You're just going to hang out until we go talk to your brother, figure out what's going on. As a general rule, if anybody sits in my patrol car, they go in handcuffs.
Sounds good. I've been through this process before.
Does he have a knife?
Knife? I don't know.
Dispatch reported a knife, but troopers don't find it on this brother.
All right, man. Just have a seat and stay warm.
Let's go to the house, see what the other story. Where's the house?
It's down here.
Okay.
With half of the situation under control, it's time to hear the other brother's side of the story.
So we got one brother on the street. He walked from his house. He says that his brother tore up the house, so he doesn't know why his brother's calling on him. They drank almost a whole bottle of Everclear. He reeks of alcohol. Brother's inside the house. I don't know if he's still going to be freaking out or not. Hopefully he won't have a knife. Oh yeah, okay, I know this guy.
This brother's ready to fight.
You guys, I just made 30 minutes ago. I didn't call you 30 minutes ago, you dumb.
Hey, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Okay, put your hands behind your back.
Look at my house.
Don't move. Stay right there.
I'm the one calling you guys.
Don't, no. Why are you crying, man?
Dude, look at my
Okay, take a breath.
That's $1,000 worth of damage in that. Like, you can see my TV is laying over there in pieces. My PlayStation is laying over there in pieces.
Is all this? Did you throw all this stuff outside, or what is all this?
It's not like, dude, none of this stuff was here.
What were you arguing about?
I do not know what we were arguing about. It was just a couple drinks, and then I don't know what the happened, sir. I really don't know what the happened.
The brothers point the finger at each other, making it impossible for troopers to determine who's at fault.
Hey, sit tight for a second, Drew. It is messed up. Yeah, they definitely destroyed the inside of that house. They destroyed a television, punched a hole this big in one of the doors. All the cupboards are tore up, couches moved, stuff's flipped over. Messed it up pretty good. I'm gonna try to get a brack on this guy before anything happens, before we make a decision on if he's going to jail or who's going to jail. Just trying to see where you're at here.
Detterman gives the man a breathalyzer to see how drunk he is.
Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. There we go.
And he blows a .166. If the man had been driving, he'd be twice the legal limit.
I think the last time I talked to you was last Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Right. How come you drink on Sundays? You don't know? Just every Sunday? And then everything gets tore up?
I guess.
Oh, you want this to end?
He can go wherever he needs to go, sit away from me. I'm probably just gonna go watch a movie. Yeah, go sleep.
I don't think you're gonna go watch a movie. All right, man. Well, have a better night, all right?
10-4, 1060.
Troopers send this misbehaving brother to bed with no TV and a disorderly conduct warning, and offer the other brother a lift so he can go cool off.
We're gonna drive you to Palmer.
I don't want to be driving. I don't want to ride.
Well,
I don't want to ride. I'll walk on my own. I want to.
Hey, man, chill.
I'm starting to get pissed.
Chill
He
out.
trashed his house. He tear his up. That's all right with me. Let him do him.
Yeah.
Let me out these cuffs. I'll walk on my own.
Stop. Here's the deal. We're going to let you go.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Don't say anything right now.
Step on out, man.
You can go. Let me
Yes,
out
ma'am.
my cuffs. Your cuffs.
You get stupid when you get out of
I
cuffs.
don't care,
You know
man.
what
I don't care. I can go back to my residence all I want.
You're just
Why
going to go
can't I
back and
there?
cause a disturbance with your drunk brother.
Why can't I go back to my house?
Because I said so.
Oh, because you said so? Who are you to say so?
Who am I?
Who are you? Nothing but a human with a badge on. You ain't nobody but a person.
All right, you're under arrest for disorderly.
All right.
There we go. We got a reason to go to jail.
I ain't done nothing.
I tried to help you out, man.
I just want to know what I've done. Kid.
You want to follow me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll bring it. I'll go. He's going to try to kick your window out. If he does, let's hobble him. We told him he needed to leave. This guy is freaking out, saying that he's going to go straight back.
What did I do?
Yeah, we tried to help him. We tried to calm him down, try to bring him anywhere else. But he wasn't having that. The place was destroyed. I'm pretty sure that they'll probably be evicted.
It's gonna be a long night, battling both man and Mother Nature.
It is very windy out right now. I'm guessing probably 60, 70 mile an hour wind gust right now.
And the results are alarming.
Just pushing doors open, setting off everybody's alarms. What better time for a burglar to go out and break into a building when alarms are going off?
And some criminals are just looking to get out of the cold.
Mac on 41, go ahead.
219, and I was being latest, just got home, noticed their window broken and there is someone sleeping on the couch. No idea who that someone is. See that you can see blood in the residence where the male climbed in through the window.
Sounds pretty suspicious.
This call takes Trooper Viator to the far reaches of his patrol area, where public services are few and residents typically fend for themselves.
You know, people out there tend to be pretty self-reliant. Don't really get a whole lot of calls from the occupants that live there. But when we do get calls, it's usually serious stuff.
Troopers meet the frightened residents down the road, a safe distance from their house and the sleeping perp.
How's it going? I talked to you on the phone.
Yep.
We made a quick exit.
All covered up with a sheet.
He came in the kitchen window and had to climb over the kitchen sink.
Okay.
There was
And
some
they
blood on
tried-
the floor.
All right, let's go check him out. I mean, if this guy is a little crazy, and apparently there's blood from the guy that crawled through the window, so that tells me that he's got issues. Usually people don't just break into a house to sleep on the couch. State troopers, you're in somebody's house. Can I see your hands? State troopers, you're in somebody's house. Can I see your hands? Can I see your hands? Hey, what's your name? State troopers, okay? Check it out, man. You're in somebody's house, okay?
Trooper Viator confronts a bleeding home invader, passed out on the couch.
Hey, what's your name? Go ahead and sit up, okay? Do you know where you are?
But this is no Goldilocks.
Where?
Alaska, 99674.
Yep. Southern Alaska. So what's your name?
99674.
That's your name? Where are you coming from tonight? Huh? We'll be able to find out who you are. I mean, you could either tell us now or you can hang out with us all night. You homeless? No? Alright. Well, you have some injuries, so we're gonna bring you to the hospital, get you checked out, okay?
Right.
So right now you're under arrest for burglary.
No.
No? How'd you get in the house?
This house?
Yeah?
You.
No, I don't think so. It's the first time I've been to Sutton tonight. How much did you have to drink tonight?
About 3 minutes.
3 drinks? Okay. Well, we're gonna stand you up and go for a ride, okay?
The man won't give a straight answer.
Come on.
Troopers still don't know who they're dealing with or why he broke in.
He's got some lacerations on his arms and legs from climbing through the window.
Trooper Viator tries to get a breath sample.
Bite around that tube and blow on it. You want to? Okay.
I'm blowing that.
Yep.
I get pinned.
You're already pinned. This is gonna help the doctors out to figure out how long they need to keep you at the hospital.
Put it this way. I blow on that. There's one or two things. I blow on that. You let me go.
So you're telling me no? You're not gonna do it?
Exactly.
But the man finally relents and gives his name.
2729, name and DOB. Make sure this guy is who he says he is.
And dispatch sends back a picture.
Looks like him. What do you think?
Yep. Could be him.
Sounds good.
The troopers quickly discover why he wouldn't give his name. He has a record of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. But this time, he was too drunk to fight.
Not too often we get somebody that breaks into somebody else's house and falls asleep on their couch.
Trooper Viator puts this case to bed. But north in Fairbanks, Trooper Gabe Rich is up and running.
Right now we're heading to a gas station. We just got a report that somebody just drove through the front of the building.
2024, I'm still on the phone line. Our phone is set down. I'm trying to get someone back on the line now.
Yeah, we're on the 24th. We're going to step it up a little bit. It doesn't take much for a vehicle to crash into one of the pumps and get a bunch of fuel spraying around everywhere and get a spark to ignite that. Worst case scenario is for the gas station to actually explode.
It's a scenario burned in troopers' memories.
Last winter, the gas station in Cantwell exploded.
That gas station fire injured 5 people and destroyed the town's main store.
Within 3 minutes, the whole store was engulfed.
It's a reminder of how quickly this call can turn fatal.
Worst case scenario is for the gas station to actually explode and have multiple fatalities or severe injury. Fairbanks 2024, both units are 1023.
No fire, but the danger's not extinguished yet.
Have EMS expedite. Looks like there's a guy laying down on the ground here.
224.
First on scene, Trooper Rich must quickly assess the situation. Who's injured and how badly?
Hey, how we doing, bud? Just stay real still for me, okay? Any problems with your neck or anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
This man's stable, but the others inside may not be so lucky.
The wall directly behind the cashiers of the store. They were standing behind their desk there. Hey, boss. Everybody that was in the store okay? Nobody injured in there? There's a lot of pretty extensive damage to the store here. The wall directly behind the cashiers of the store. They were standing behind their desk there. Hey, boss. Everybody that was in the store okay? Nobody injured in there? Okay.
Trooper Rich pieces together the aftermath of a horrific car crash at a Fairbanks gas station.
So what happened?
Well, I was backed up, and then I noticed she was coming towards me back then, and I tried to, get out, and I got hit, and then my foot really hurt bad.
Right.
I couldn't get off the gas pedal, and I slammed to the freaking building.
Oh, man, okay.
Meanwhile, Sergeant Carson questions the other drivers.
Were you involved in it at all, or?
We were both backing up, and he hit me, or I hit him. I don't know which one's that. And then he quit driving, ran into the building. That's all.
So he's reversing, and then he goes forward.
Yeah, it's on the gas straight.
Now he's headed straight to the hospital.
He said he was unable to pull his foot off of the accelerator, and he was transported to Fairbanks Memorial Hospital where he was treated for a broken ankle.
The gas station fared far worse, sustaining thousands of dollars in damage. But luckily, it didn't go up in flames.
Could have been a lot worse. Luckily, nobody inside the building was injured.
Another beautiful day.
A different kind of medical situation has Sergeant Nick Zito and Trooper David Russell heading to one of Alaska's smallest villages, Red Devil. The tiny hamlet lies almost 400 miles southwest of Fairbanks, flanked by the tundra on its west and the boreal forests on the east. Only 19 people call it home.
In order for us to get there, we actually have to fly. There are no roads that connect us. These are some of the most remote posts in the state.
The 45-minute flight from their post in Antioch is not for the faint of heart. These clear skies are deadly deceptive.
There's a lot of wind. We get a lot of winds coming off the mountains. So, it can be pretty bumpy and can be pretty dangerous coming through some of the smaller passes. This area is just prone to aircraft accidents. Just here in Antioch alone, pilots were killed in 2 separate plane crashes.
In a place this remote, everyday living comes at a price.
The price of goods out here is just astronomical. I think at our local store here, a gallon of milk is $8. A gallon of gas out here is up to $6.87. Not only that, but it can be days or weeks before you get what you're actually looking for. They didn't have flush toilets until last year, so they still have to haul their sewage to the sewage lagoon. Some of the residents still like to throw it in their yards. So you have to be cautious when you're walking in their yards.
And when the nearest jail is a long plane ride away, Sergeant Zito's job isn't just about arresting people. Sometimes he's part mediator.
Did you know you had a warrant for your arrest? Did you forget to show up for your MCA? I've talked to the Antioch magistrate. Now, we can bail you out here in the village, but you have to come up with a $100 money order. Is there any way you can do that? Okay. You're not going to run on us? You'll make sure you take care of this?
I don't want to run.
One call, you might have spent 10 hours between the investigation and just prisoner transport, which other places just really don't have to contend with that. How's it going? Good.
Today, troopers receive a tip about a valuable emergency medical kit dropped from a National Guard plane months ago that hasn't been seen since.
This particular SAR pack was dropped during a medical rescue mission earlier this year. We have information that somebody was bragging in town that they had recovered it. They're saying that they actually stole it. Now they've hidden it underneath their house. You still living there, though? The one at the Red House? All right, thanks a lot. How's everything going? Good. Good. Thank you.
Red Devil has no hospital, so the medical kit can save a villager's life.
Extremely expensive, $15,000, $20,000. Depending on the gear that's in them, they can have radios, survival equipment, emergency medical equipment, drugs, and everything else that goes along with that.
But if it's stolen, lives are at risk.
Most communities in the lower 48, you can call 911, an ambulance is going to come pick you up. Here in Alaska, particularly Red Devil, it's 45 minutes to an hour plane ride.
Up here, people value their seclusion, so the troopers ready themselves for a less than welcoming reception.
Get! Hello? Hello?
Hi.
How you doing? Is at home?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's up the river logging.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna be back in a few days.
We heard that he found a search and rescue bundle that belonged to the state. Do you know where that's at right now?
No.
She might not, but the tipster told troopers the stolen pack is in the basement. They asked if they could take a look. Inside, payday.
Sleeping bag, rescue basket, sat phones, all sorts of stuff. This right here is an AED, spare battery. The spare battery didn't have a good time when it fell. And the parachute didn't even open.
Now Trooper Zito must make sure all the drugs are accounted for.
This is a drug kit. It's got morphine and all sorts of drugs in it. Just wanted to see. Really, out here, just kind of want to make sure nobody borrowed anything or took anything.
Narcotics like these go for top dollar on the black market. Surprisingly, they're all there. Sergeant Zito got what he came for, but he'll have to fly back in a few days to get his suspect.
This kid will be secured in Antioch until the National Guard can either come out and get it, or next time we're in town, we'll bring it to them in town.
I'll do my circle the whole way around the plane. When you're in the village, it's really important. Someone could mess with it, someone who has an axe to grind, someone who's not very happy about troopers.
All clear. They're ready for the 45-minute bumpy ride back to their post in Antioch.
I'm glad we got that drug kit.
Yeah.
Back in Wasilla, there's something fishy going on as Trooper Jared Knoll starts his busy Friday night swing shift.
We're on our way to a disturbance in an apartment complex out near Wasilla.
Reported there are 7 people in the apartment. It's her husband who is being beaten up by their patient.
Never had that one before.
Trooper Knoll races to a reported assault in progress.
At this time, we don't know if it involves weapons or not. There's there's over 7 people in there all fighting, so it could be a pretty dangerous situation for whoever gets there first if backup's still a long ways out.
The first trooper's already on scene, confronting the violent mob alone. He definitely needs backup.
We got one trooper on scene. They just radioed that they deployed their taser. That's all that they've radioed so far, so we don't know what else is going on. We're trying to get there as quick as we can. Had to put him in the car.
On scene, troopers detain the primary suspect, the victim's sushi chef.
Did he have a weapon?
We didn't know. His hands were underneath him, and it took all 3 of us to get his hands. So he tased him in the back.
Which apartment had the people that may have witnessed it?
The clash picked up steam and spilled outside. Knoll questions a neighbor who got tangled in it.
Why don't you come talk to me out here? Just step out here. What'd you see? What'd you hear?
I stepped outside, heard the disturbance. He sat up, saw me, went ballistic again, came after me. Guy hit my head into the door. I have taken some karate, so
yeah. So you're kind of prepared for it.
Mentally getting
mentally, definitely appreciate it. You can hang out in your apartments there.
Back in the car, the sushi chef is almost out cold. He's so drunk, he can't even give a breathalyzer.
No dice?
Trooper Christopher Havens finally pieces the story together.
Suspect came home drunk, go in his room and smoked a cigarette. The victim confronted him about it. He went out of the rocker and just started punching the victim. So is it going to be DV? Yes. The other female victim, she stepped in between the two and she got punched as well.
The argument turned into a drunken brawl between roommates, sending the woman to the hospital with head injuries. Troopers charged the sushi chef with assault and sent him to a night in jail. It's Friday night, and the calls keep coming.
The death warrant tonight for Palmer. Right now, we've got several disturbances happening at the same time. We got 3 troopers and a sergeant on tonight. We're a bit short-handed.
With crime spread thick and manpower stretched thin, Trooper Noel's constantly chasing trouble across the valley.
We're headed to a disturbance in progress. Right now, we've got male-female couples that are in a disturbance.
Affirmative. Victim is 6 feet from under the bed, stating that her ex is out of control.
And Noel knows this hot-headed and violent suspect all too well.
It's a house we have frequent contact at, very hostile towards law enforcement. He's former military. He's pretty skilled at hand-to-hand combat. Has a knife that he fashioned himself out of a chunk of steel. He's a very heavy bath salts user. He's very unpredictable. If he sees law enforcement, he usually starts fighting.
Noel braces for confrontation, but soon finds he's not the first trooper on scene.
How's it going?
But their suspect's not there.
Hey, guys.
Trooper Noel questions other family members hoping to get a handle on the situation.
Hey, were your parents in an argument?
No, not really.
No? Just yelling at each other, or what was going on?
I don't think so. They're probably in the cabin right now. I don't really know.
Okay. We're gonna clear. He's all over the place. We're gonna go contact the suspect at a different house now.
The suspect is gone, but not the danger. Troopers head to a different spot, where the man is known to hang out.
So he's locked in there by himself? We're gonna try to sneak up and surprise arrest him.
Their best bet is to corner him.
State troopers, come to the door.
Hello, state troopers!
State troopers!
No answer.
They're on the counter. We found several empty 40-ounce beer containers.
Looks like they just missed him.
You know, he's a very unpredictable person, especially when he's drinking alcohol. He's unstable.
He's drunk, violent, angry, and on the loose. Troopers urgently need to round him up. Suddenly, he shows up at his house with Trooper Phillips hot on his trail. Phillips requests immediate backup.
When another trooper saying expedite, get there as quickly as you can. You hear that kind of stuff, you don't quite know what to expect.
But Troopers Phillips and Anderson have it under control.
Can I separate your feet real quick?
He showed back up, booted in the door, got in another argument with the female.
Anything I need to know about? You're a trespasser while you're pulled up here.
This is my property. It's in my name.
How much have you had to drink since we talked to you last?
We had a couple of beers.
A couple of 40s? We saw an empty 40 down at your other trailer.
They charge him with criminal mischief, trespassing, and domestic violence. South on the Kenai Peninsula, temperatures plunge into the teens. But the cold doesn't hamper troopers on the hunt for hot merchandise.
23-1036. We've got a couple of suspects in some vehicle break-ins where they've entered vehicles that are parked on the street and stolen items out of the vehicles.
Trooper Miller has played cat and mouse with this suspect before.
We've got a history with... He's had quite a few run-ins with AST.
Miller meets up with another trooper and takes the all-too-familiar route to the suspect's house.
Slow way, 23. Be back out 24 and 21. State troopers!
There's no sign of him. But then suddenly...
Here we go, right here, Paul.
The suspect's vehicle rolls in.
Hey! Hey!
And it won't stop.
Hey! So at 123, we'll be out with. Hey! Hey! So at 123, we'll be out with. Hey! Hey! Come here. I have to talk to you real quick. Whose vehicle is this?
This is my vehicle.
Your vehicle?
Troopers on a manhunt confront a suspected thief.
We're being accused of robbing multiple whatevers.
Okay. Well, I can make this real easy.
Good, please do. 'Cause I'm really stressed out now, I guess.
How come your car was spotted at 6 o'clock in the morning off Madam Music?
That's a lie. That's not. That's impossible.
that car.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I spotted that car.
That's impossible.
So where were you earlier this morning?
Sleeping.
Sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay.
The suspects deny everything and agree to a vehicle search.
All right, has anybody else been in this vehicle besides you recently?
How long?
Wow. The last 12 hours. Did you use it today? Okay. Now, is there anything in here that's going to concern me? If there is, this is the time to tell me about it.
I don't think so.
So no weapons?
No.
No drugs, including marijuana or prescriptions?
No.
And no stolen property?
No.
None at all?
No, none at all.
Okay.
But Trooper Miller isn't convinced.
How long have you had your car stereo in here?
At least a month and a half.
Where are all these little speakers and stuff here from?
That's stuff.
It's all stuff?
He builds a lot of custom stereos for people.
Right. What did the bolt cutters for?
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm curious.
They're just tools that I've had. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I have a lot of tools.
We can step back inside.
Despite appearances to the contrary, everything comes back clean. With no hard evidence, the troopers can't make an arrest.
I found a lot of speaker parts, stereo parts, a couple televisions, that kind of thing. Nothing came back stolen. However, there's enough there to probably indicate that they have something to do with maybe some kind of illicit gaining of property in the area.
Nearby in Nikiski, two of Alaska's natural hazards create a double whammy on the road.
We have a car versions of moose. Pretty poor visibility. We got snow coming down, so it's really hard to see the moose coming out onto the road. Right now, it sounds like there's only damage to the vehicle. That's the only details we have currently.
These half-ton animals can crush more than just a fender.
Lafayette 167 Charlie northbound.
Oh, man. Tempo. Evening.
Hi.
How you doing? You okay?
Well, I'm fine.
Okay.
But boy, I'm
Yeah,
just sick about this. I'm amazed that it wasn't worse because she jumped right out in front of me on the berm over there.
Uh-huh.
I have been driving in Alaska for 57 years, and this is the first moose I've ever even come close.
Well, you've had a good run then. A lot of these accidents happen close to home, and people get really used to going back and forth, and they know the roadways. So even though they know the roads, people need to pay attention close. I don't think this is drivable.
Get out of here now, right?
Yeah, did you just stop to help her out? Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, some pretty good damage.
Yeah, I don't have a gun with me. I would have killed the thing for you.
No problem. I'm gonna go back and take care of it. I appreciate you stopping though.
Hey, man, it's the Alaska thing, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You have a good night, lady.
The driver's uninjured, but the moose isn't as lucky.
The moose looks like it's probably gonna have to be put down. I don't like to put these animals down. They're such a neat animal, so it really stinks, but I don't like to see them suffer either.
Its legs appear broken, so Trooper Wilson makes the tough call.
First time I had to do that is just, I want to end the pain, because I know they're suffering. If I think they can survive it, I'd let them go, but she obviously wasn't going to survive this one.
But this moose won't go to waste. A local food bank comes to salvage the meat. And the woman gets a free ride in the back of a cop car.
It's a big step.
This is tight.
It is a tight fit, huh?
Yes.
You've never been in the back of one?
No.
Oh, well, that's good.
Never been in the front of one either.
350 miles west, in the remote frontier post of Bethel, winter's grasp has yet to take hold.
Weather is nice. They've got an awful lot going on out here in these villages.
Today, Trooper Ted Norgarten is heading to the remote western village of Akiak to investigate a common crime. A group of thieves have burglarized and vandalized the school.
We get a rash of these events, burglaries at different buildings and facilities. I've probably been to 5 or 6 of these in the last week in different villages.
Out here on Alaska's isolated Yukon Delta, outfitting a school takes money, and a burglary can have a lasting impact on the community.
Troopers! As best as you guys can determine, they got in through this door?
Yeah. We noticed all these handprints all over the wall, and we don't think they were there before. We're missing some hammers and hand tools out in the tool room.
Although the thieves made off with only a few $100s worth of goods, they left thousands of dollars in property damage in their wake.
But they've been all over the school doing stuff.
Okay, through the whole building.
The culprits brashly took their time, hanging out all over the school, not even covering their tracks.
Pizza wrapper, plate. In the computer lab, there's 5 chairs that was turned around, so I would think that there's possibly that many kids that were in.
The suspects gathered in the computer lab, but they had no interest in stealing computers.
And here's their little circle of chairs.
Something else drew them here, and Nordgarten's about to find out.
This one here, that one's on.
A school break-in leads troopers to the computer lab.
This one here, that one's on.
Where Trooper Nordgarten finds a clue as to what the thieves were up to.
Possibly, yeah, there it is. Well, they were on the computers. There's a porno on it.
I thought there was a filter.
I thought they had a filter too, but apparently they can get around it.
The days of hiding magazines under the mattress are long past.
Well, they got onto their porn site, and that's pretty much all they did today. And then the last time anybody was on the computer was the 16th. So what I'll need on is like a list of, if you give me a list of what's missing,
and
what room it was from, and a value.
Nordgarten carefully retraces his steps to collect any evidence.
Some of the items that they've left behind that have that real glossy surface, like the helmet there, I'd want to take, and I'd want to have it fingerprinted because it has the potential to have those fingerprints on it. Right here. What's that?
The moment of truth. The school's video security system.
Was it on?
At some point this past school year, they quit.
That's a bummer.
He'll send the evidence to the crime lab. But Nordgarten has a good idea whose prints will turn up.
Well, kids, young guys, obviously the subject matter on the computer kind of tells us that.
For these kids, sneaking porn is the least of their worries. The damage they caused adds up to a felony charge.
The thing to remember out here is to replace that window with the security glass that has the wire in it. That's probably a $500 piece of glass, where it's probably $100 back in the lower 48. A simple burglary turns into a pretty big deal.
Something much bigger than burglary is going down in Fairbanks.
We all 10-5 river people figure out a course of action.
A high-priority warrant has been issued for a known thief who is heavily involved in drugs.
Some of the information is that there's narcotics being manufactured in an abandoned house.
10-4, 10-18. It's a $15,000 warrant for felony drug possession, so we know already that he's heavily involved in drugs. And right now, the information we're getting is he's probably manufacturing drugs. So we tried a couple different times to arrest him, and we haven't been able to locate him.
But they haven't given up, and now a new tip has them hot on his trail.
We had a couple individuals that we caught on our security camera. They were poking around our post.
The lot held the felon's car, and the tipsters cased the place to get it. When troopers caught them, they agreed to inform on the suspect.
We had troopers contacted those 2 individuals. Their stories were kind of suspicious, but they gave us some information. Hopefully it's a good tip, or hopefully we're going to be able to find him and get into the house where maybe there's drugs.
The case is top priority. Planning the raid takes all troopers in the area.
Has a no bail grand jury warrant. That's the key thing that we're looking for right now is we want to get the warrant. But he said after you take that right there, there'll be a residence on the right. We'll go Ursa Major with Hayes. I'll be right behind us.
This suspect slipped through their fingers before, and troopers are determined not to let it happen again. They split up to surround the house and corner him. If all goes well, they'll take him by surprise and avoid bloodshed.
We know he has drug use in his history. There's always a potential that he could cause problems you'll get weapons with the drugs as well. So.
Mercedes with that one of the help.
Yeah, it's his vehicle.
The dealer's car is a good sign he's here. A team of troopers fan out to cover the front, while Trooper Zeisel and his canine partner Argo set up behind the property. This suspect has nowhere to run. Argo will see to that.
3319, what's your 20?
Yeah, Ryan.
That's a 4.
State troopers, we got you surrounded. Come on out. State troopers, you might as well come on out. We know you're here. We got multiple units.
Troopers nab one suspect, but he's not their man.
If I get poked under the mouth.
They still can't find their target. They fear he was tipped off and fled. But not so fast. He couldn't run, so he's trying to hide.
Come out. State troopers. You need to come out right now. Come on. We just heard you down there, so come out. Come out.
The suspect wedged himself into a tiny crawl space and won't give himself up.
You don't come out, we're going to send in a canine. I've got a canine, I'll bring him in. You don't want it to end that way.
Troopers want this dealer off the streets. It's time to go after him.
I got him. You keep him. You keep him covered, I got him. Roll over on your stomach. Roll over on your stomach. Roll over your stomach. Put your head down there. There you go. Just like that. Let your hands go. Let your hands go. Let your hands go. True ranks 2019, we got 1080.
Do I look like a movie star to you guys? Really? Nice. Maybe I'll get rich and get out of jail, yeah?
What is this? What is this?
Wallet.
For this felon, the road ends at the Fairbanks Correctional Center, where he's held on a $15,000 bond.
Thought he could hide from us. We were able to find him and take him to jail.